I first of all want to thank Dr. Rood for the invitation of being here. The story that Jane told was very similar to mine with one exception. Dr. Rood, 9:15 in Marietta, Ohio is 6:15 in Seattle, Washington. I still really appreciate the invitation. And I also want to thank Marietta College Alumni Association. The experience here so far with this group has been absolutely wonderful. I also want to thank my wife, Julie. We have been a team for more than 60 years. And so any honor that is received by one is received by both. We're delighted to be back on this beautiful campus again. We find that when you're away for a long, long time, you have a tendency to kind of forget just how marvelous it is. And so when we return, we are just overwhelmed by the returning beauty of it and the significant changes that have been made over the period of time. Pardon me. It is also delightful to see many former students and former faculty members, faculty colleagues. There's one person here I want to talk about a little bit because that individual was both a former student and a former colleague. A guy named Art Buell started at Marietta as a student many years before I was on the faculty. He's much older than I. In any event, he stopped out before finishing because he wanted to travel. He had an opportunity to take an all-expense-paid trip to Korea, courtesy of the United States government. And he just couldn't resist. Literally, he couldn't resist. When he returned to Marietta to continue his education, now an upperclassman and a speech, drama, and broadcast major, it was noted that he had somehow never taken Speech 101. And so he signed in and took the new kid on the block as his teacher. He graduated, and after a couple of years and another degree, he returned to Marietta and became a faculty member, a faculty colleague. And thus began a lifetime friendship between the two of us and our wives, which continues today, fortunately. Art was one of the earlier graduates that I saw join the Long Blue Line. In my 32 years on the faculty here, I saw thousands join the Long Blue Line. And among them were some of the finest men and women I have ever met, some of whom are here today. And I am delighted to see you. Now, I guess, I have been chosen to join that Long Blue Line. And I am honored, truly honored. Thank you.